Good evening, our viewers.
Good night, our viewers.
So today we'll be reading. The title for our story will be The Little Bag with God's Money. In the Pia Mountains of Tanzania, a preacher was walking one day. He had been walking a long way visiting churches. As he left each place, he put the tithes and offerings that gave him into a small bag to take back to the mission office. The man was very tired, but he still had a long way to go through bushes and over mountains. So he laid down to rest for a few minutes. He felt good to lie there and look up at the blue sky. Soon he fell asleep with his little bag of money and his pack of clothes beside him. While the preacher was sleeping, some strangers came and took the little bag with the tithes and offerings. But the man did not wake up. In fact, he must have slept for a long time, and no one was in sight when he did open his eyes. Oh, where is the money bag? He asked himself. What can I do that has God's tithes and offerings in it? The man kneeled down and prayed. God, you know that I was coming from the churches. You know the people who have given their money. Some are poor and some are rich. You know each one. Now the money has been taken from me. I am going to the mission to tell the treasurer what has happened. God, I know that you can't let someone steal your money. Make the people who took it bring it back again. How sad the preacher felt. What could he do? It had been God's money and he had left it gotten stolen. How could he ever pay it back? Standing down the mountain trail, the man crossed the river. Then he sat down. If only the river could tell him where God's money was. If only the trees could talk. Again the preacher kneeled down and prayed. Then he started upon another mountain. He had gone on only a little way when he came to a small tree. Looking down at the base of the trees, he saw, could it really be? There was a little money bag on the ground. Quickly the man opened it. He counted the money. Yes, it was all there, even bit of it. Once more the preacher kneeled down to thank God. And this time he was almost too happy to talk. Oh, how glad he was. After that, the worker liked to tell people how he found God's money bag beside a tree. And that is how another worker heard the story. For one day when he was a student in school, that very preacher visited the school and told it there. Someday when the worker goes to heaven, the angels can tell him how God's money bag came to be sitting by the base of the tree. But until then, he can be certain that God cares for that which is his own.
Wow. Open page 1. You read the memory verse.
Sisi.
The memory verse comes from the book of Romans chapter 8 verse 28, and it says, "We know that in everything God works for good with those who love him, who are called according to his purpose."